As you've written and created so many characters, are there any revelations you've made or lessons you've learned which take characters from good to great?
Huh. So things that I've learned while doing them. Well, I would say if you think about some of those early, you're like, you want to make Helga likable. You know, when you start, Helga's just mean.
Yeah.
Okay, she's just mean. People aren't going to like her. She's a bully. She's mean. She pushes everybody around. What's her problem? And then you figure out, like, okay, what do I need from Helga? She loves Arnold secretly. That's fun. Okay, that's funny. She's doing all this because she really loves him. Oh my God, that'll be cool. She gets all flowery and monologues to her little locket.
Yeah,
that's funny. And then turns out she's finished her giant monologue, and Brainy was right behind her.
Yeah,
like magically showing up every time she does one of those monologues and breathing, mouth breathing on her from behind, and then she'll sock him, and that'll be funny. And then you're like, okay. But where's this all going? And then you go, here's the deal. Because believe me, when I started Hey Arnold, talk about having to defend what a character was. When I started Hey Arnold, I would get our first stories, just what was happening. I would get notes from the execs where they're like, all right, who is Arnold? Like,
okay.
Oh yeah, because Helga, weirdly, all the people that ran Nickelodeon, it was, by the way, the company was run mostly by women.
Yeah.
They loved Helga. They were all like,
okay.
Jerry Laybourne, who was the president of Nickelodeon when the show got greenlit, Jerry Laybourne said, "Oh, you know what? I was Helga." He told me that. We went to lunch, and she's like, "I was Helga." So that's a cool character. And so no matter what she did, man, no matter how mean or how weird, stocky, like, bubble gum head shrine in the closet, no matter how weird, they were like, yeah, more of that Helga.
Did you see, by the way, that Arnold shrine they have at Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah, the one that's
they made like a real, like,
was that
closet?
That was the one that they had at the Comic-Con in 2016.
Okay, they brought it to the studio. That's what happened.
Yeah, wow. So that's at the studio too.
I love that.
I'm glad to hear it. I know that they made the stoop from another con.
Yeah,
they brought the stoop. So wow, man, all the Arnold.
Yes, and then the whatever floor you guys did.
Yeah,
the Jungle movie we on the stoop is there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, God, I forget where I was. Oh yeah, okay. So the network was like, well, who is Arnold? I mean, I don't get, he was, if you think about it, Arnold is actually just kind of a nice, sensitive kid, right? He's not like, he's not like Bugs Bunny, he's not like out there making shit blow up. Arnold is much more thoughtful, kind of Zen little Buddha. And I said, look, here's the deal. Arnold will be this super Zen character that's all chill and good to people, and everybody around him will be nuts. And so I said, just watch, this way we can have all these really funny characters that are doing things, and Arnold's kind of trying to fix it or kind of to help them. Or
reminds me of Kermit from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Like he's, the glue, and everyone around him is nuts.
I think that's a really good comparison. And I said, look, here's what we'll do. Helga, in her monologues, will obsess about Arnold, and she'll love him, and she'll constantly praise him and make him sound like he's the greatest thing ever. And I said, this is how it'll work. He won't have to say he's cool at all. He won't have to act cool or be cool or any of that crap that we hate and think is phony. If we watch that in a cartoon character, we're like, ugh, like this guy telling me he's cool. And then Helga will, in her monologues to her little locket, and all of her secrets and stuff, she will tell us over and over how awesome he is, and it'll work. People will go, well, he must be cool. Helga says he's cool all the time.
Yeah.
And believe me, when I was pitching that, it was like not going over so hot. I would try to explain how it was going to be, and I'd be like, man, they're not buying this. And we just hung in there and got a bunch of shows done. And then when you saw them and they were finished, they were like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, so much of this stuff becomes revealed because you made 10 of them. Yeah. And you could go, well, if you want to know who Helga is, watch all these 10 episodes and that'll tell you who Helga is.
Yeah.
And that goes for everyone. Season 2 starts and you get a new artist. You go, watch season 1, man. This is what the show is. And so, I mean, obviously, if you made the first 10 and you hated them all and they all came out bad, that'd be one thing. But,
Sure.
but you're hoping for a good outcome where it comes out okay. And then I would just say now in 2020, to have somebody who's 30 years old and grew up on the show describe what Helga means to them. And I go, oh my God, that is exactly what we were trying to do. You know, we made her say those things because this was the effect we wanted it to have. And so, yeah, people who grew up on Harold think he's a really cool character. Not because he ever said, I'm a cool character, but because somebody else did. Mm-hmm. So that's a very interesting thing. That's something that secondary and kind of more outside characters can do. They can reveal who the main character is.
Gotcha. Yeah.